Hello, welcome back to reality. This is my first makeup video in our new apartment. Fan and light are in one light switch, which we will hopefully get taken care of at some point soon. If you hear some squeaks and squawks throughout the video, it's because little Ellie is on the floor over here, keeping me company. Today, I wanted to film my makeup from my wedding. Later October is our 4-year anniversary, and it occurred to me that I do lots of brides makeup and I do lots of other makeup on here, but I've never shown you guys what I wore for my wedding. So I thought this would be a fun opportunity. My lighting isn't all set up, so if it looks kind of funny throughout the video, that's why. Yeah, I talked through the things I did and the things I would do differently, just because I've grown so much in my knowledge and my abilities as a makeup person, that I feel like it looks totally different, but there's some key elements that aren't different. Like my eyes are pretty much the same, my lips are the same, but some of the methods and some of the creativity is different. So it's fun to revisit some of this makeup, and I hope you guys enjoy it, getting some glimpses. I hope to insert some pictures around here so you can kind of see what it looked like. My hair didn't look like this at all. These are the earrings that I wore. And there's a lot I would actually go back and change about my wedding, but the important things I wouldn't change. Like, I obviously wouldn't change who I married, and I wouldn't change our photographer. And I actually really loved our wedding date. Like, the weather was stunning. It was fun to get married in the fall. And those are really the important things, right? Like who you marry and how you remember it. So I'm excited to revisit this makeup because I would do it a lot differently. And that's all I have to say. Do I have anything else to say to you people? Don't think so. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you can hear me over the fan. There are quite a few things that I will do the same as I did on my wedding day, and there are quite a few things I'll do different, or that I will just do because I didn't do them on my wedding day. So I'm pretty sure I used a primer, but I don't actually remember or know if I would have thought it was important. So I'm just gonna put it in some of these pore prone areas. I'm just using the Bare Minerals primer. Like I said, I don't remember if I used anything, much less what I used. I think I used an e.l.f. primer. And then I used MAC Face and Body foundation, but I don't have that anymore. So I'm going to be using the other liquid foundation I have, which is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Performance Longwear blah blah blah. And just going to be putting that all over the face. Okay, and then I think I had an e.l.f. concealer at the time, but I will be using my Tarte Shape Tape this time around. Yeah, I'm just like, I've grown a lot since then, and I also didn't have all these scars, these acne scars at the time, so we're gonna cover those bad boys up. And now I will go right in with a powder, because I'm very expressive, and I'm sure I did this on my wedding day. Knew that I would need to powder pretty much right away. I scratched my forehead before I started filming, and now you can see it. So the powder I used was the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Powder Foundation in the same color as my foundation. All right, and then I know I used an eyelid primer. Actually, something I didn't do at all. I did not touch my brows on my wedding day. I would go back in and I would do my brows. I guess I shouldn't say I didn't touch them. I think I plucked them, like tidied them up, but I didn't darken them, I didn't fill them in, I didn't do anything. I did use an eyelid primer, but I had one from NYX. I did not have this wonder that is Urban Decay. Fun fact, it still did the trick though, like it did its job. It kept my eyeshadow on and kept it from budging, so I don't know if you need to buy a fancy one. The NYX one did a great job. This is the exact palette I used on my wedding day, or Naked Urban Decay Basics. And I'm going to just start with Venus. That's the light shimmery shade. I'm gonna put that all over the lid. I think I did this on my wedding day. I'm pretty sure I did that on my wedding day. I actually might have used the matte shade. I was like super sketched out of shimmery shades. At the time, I was like really into matte eyeshadows. So I'm putting that shimmery shade all over. But I think I didn't do that on my wedding day. We'll come back in with some more extreme highlighter later. But for now, we're gonna go in with our transition shade, which is Naked 2. And that's just the taupe shade that's in here. And go in the crease. Now I am much more skilled than I was on my wedding day of doing my makeup, so it would look a lot better now if I went back and redid it, but alas. It didn't look bad. It just looked like I did it myself and I didn't quite know what I was doing. I mean, I kind of knew what I was doing, but I've gotten a lot more experience now. All right, and then I'm gonna take Faint, which is the brown shade, and just darken that outside. And at the time, I was still learning how to blend really well, so I did a lot more tapping than I did blending. So that's a fun fact. If you feel like you're still learning how to blend eyeshadows, tapping them as opposed to like sweeping them is I think a good way to learn. I think that's kind of all I did for my eyes. I might have taken this brown shade and gone on my lash line. Oh, you know what I think I did? I think I got it wet. So let's get some water. I used a liner brush, got it wet, and used that as my eyeliner. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. I did this a lot at the time, so I'm pretty sure this is what I did. It definitely doesn't look bad. I just don't do it on other people. I only do it on myself. And then we will take Walk of Shame, that taupe color, and go under. I actually don't remember what I did for my under eye. But this is what we're gonna do now. So you take Walk of Shame and then go in with that dark brown. I'm sure that's what I did. Yeah, so I think the eyes are actually pretty much done, which is pretty insane. And then let's go in. I'm fairly sure I used a blush. Just like a random blush that I just happen to have. I don't think it was this color, but this is what we're gonna use because I think it's close-ish. I think I used a highlighter and I think I contoured a little bit, but I don't remember exactly, so we're just gonna kind of do it how maybe I would do it now. Pretty sure I used blush. I don't know if I would have used this color or what. Okay, I'm going to take my Tarteist Pro Glow palette that's covered in hairspray. Do you see that? Good. We're gonna do a little bit of a cream contour because I love the drama. Even though I've already powdered, we'll just pretend I haven't. We'll bronze up a little bit in a second, but this is for the actual structural element of the face that can disappear when you wash it with foundation. And I think I probably did a little on the tip of my nose. I was really into that at the time. I probably did a little in here. Sometimes the bridge of my nose sticks out a little bit. Okay, and now let's take some bronzer. I don't think I did bronzer at the time, but maybe I should have. I don't know. I thought in pictures my makeup looked fine. I just, now knowing what I know, I would go back and do it differently. Okay, take a little bit of bronzer on the cheeks, because I would have had some tan still from the summer. All right, and then I know I used a highlight, but I don't actually know what it was. I think it was just some cheap dollar store, like no joke, from the dollar store. So let's see, all of my jewelry was silver. If I could go back and do it differently, I would do gold. Let me see, but because it's my favorite highlight to use on brides, I'm gonna use Dandelion Twinkle. No joke, it's my favorite one to use on any bride ever, so if I knew it existed at the time, I probably would have used it on myself. It actually, I don't think had come out yet. I don't think it had been released yet. So, and then we put a little bit, we'll put a little under the brow, some on the Cupid's bow. And let's see here. I used individual lashes because I was just getting into the whole makeup thing, but if I were to do it differently, I would use 3/4 lashes. It's what I use on brides all the time now. And maybe I would have used Park Ave Princess bronzer as I'm looking at this, because it's got a little bit of like a glow, so I feel like that would have looked really, really nice for an October wedding. The thing with all these powder things is you really got to press in that primer so that your pores don't stick out. Okay, so let me put on some mascara. I'm busting into my new Lights Camera Lashes. I don't think I've ever once gotten a full size of this. I've only ever snuck my way around with samples. I went really natural with the eyes because my husband prefers more of a natural look. Now he's grown to appreciate the artistry that comes with makeup, but at the time I think he would have been really freaked out. So I went really natural with my eyes, which I don't know if I would have done differently, because I wanted it to look timeless and effortless, not effortless, but just really classic and pretty versus like a bold fashion statement. If you hear some grunting and groaning, it's because Ellie's on the floor over here, keeping me company. As you just saw, I did wear this fun lipstick though, because it matched the color of one of my bridesmaids' dresses, and it's fun. So, and I figured I have a neutral face, like my makeup is neutral on my face, I'm wearing white, I gotta have a pop of color. So I wore Bauhaus 5 from Kat Von D. And this was my first encounter with a transfer-proof liquid lipstick. Matte liquid lipstick. It was when matte shades were like really coming in hot. And this is what I bought, and I still wear it often. Also, it smells like butter. And there it is. There's my wedding makeup. I didn't put the lashes on, but I would have. And I also would spray my face with setting spray if I had that. So the things that I used today that were the actual products, or the exact same, were this lipstick and this palette, and maybe the blush, and maybe like a couple of the brushes, but no joke, that's all. Yeah, isn't that crazy? So I use the same types of products, but I've just grown so much in my like knowledge and my abilities that it really is like a total shift. Here it is. I think it's really pretty. I think I would probably do this again with my eyes. I don't know if I'd go crazy with my eyes. I'd probably go more natural compared to what I could do. Here's the final look. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't have anything else to say. Thanks for bearing with me, my first video back in our new apartment after having a baby, and keep it real.